Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Oh boy, this is a big one, guys. Before we get started on this grand list, I have two rules. One, I have to be able to play as Mario for it to count. And two, I'm only allowing one Mario Kart, one Smash Bros, and one Mario Party for the list. This top 10 is like a hybrid. You'll not only find out what my favorite Mario game is, but also my favorite Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and Mario Party. And keep in mind, this list is going to be biased because I grew up with Mario and am fond of some of the games more than any of you may be. You will likely be very upset because some very popular Mario games aren't making this list. And without further ado, let's go! Let's start with the most popular video game of all time. Super Mario Bros. Is so good that it saved the video game industry. When the video game crash of 1983 happened, stores wouldn't stock video games anymore. Nintendo packaged this game and Rob with a Nintendo Entertainment System and marketed it as a toy. This toy revived video games, and it's the reason we have Call of Duty, Halo, Sonic, you name it. Even being almost 30 years old, this game is still a blast to play. The tunes are as catchy as ever, and the control is still as tight as it was back in 1985. This was one of the first games I ever beat as a kid, and this was before I even knew about the warp zones. I actually beat it on the Game Boy Color version, and while that allowed the game to have unlimited continues, it was still challenging at 8 years old. This is the first game my kids will play, so they can appreciate why they have the modern games of today. Oh, and the next Frustration series is this game, so I hope you all are looking forward to that. Whoa, what? A Mario sports game is on this list, Nathaniel? Why, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is this the best sports game that Mario has to offer, but, well, okay, you know what? I don't really call this a sports game. This game doesn't really feel like a typical Mario game at all, actually. Everyone looks so mature, and the game is even rated E10+. I mean, this doesn't make it bad in any way. I actually really like the bold move Nintendo made going for a mature Mario title. Or somewhat mature. But anyway, to the game itself. Mario Strikers Charged is just so incredibly fun. I wish soccer was like this in real life. The Mega Strikes is what really hits the game out of the park. Just the fact that all the team captains can split this metal ball into 4 or 6 pieces is crazy, but they also look so cool doing it. Mario and Donkey Kong, they look pretty freaky though. And Bowser Jr.? He just screams. What? Anyway, you can use classic Mario items like bananas and red shells while on the playing field. Oh, and all the captains have special abilities, which can be anything from electrocuting all the players or growing enormous. Good God, this game, it's just, I don't even know. This is madness! Sorry. I've never used the cliche 300 joke before, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity, so I went for it. I shot for the moon and landed softly on the moon, where I then proceeded to graffiti my name on the US flag but got crushed by an asteroid instead. Whoa! I don't know where all that came from. Let's just get to the next game, alright?
Number 8.
New Super Mario Bros., New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Luigi U. Whew. I've completed all 5 of these games, and I can safely say that they are all virtually the exact same thing, aside from a new power-up here and there. However, one of these games is on my list, and that would be the first of this new series. New Super Mario Bros. For the DS was so brilliant at the time. I'll never forget when I first grabbed the Mega Mushroom and just crushed everything in my path. The last good 2D Mario game we had gotten was Super Mario World, and all of a sudden we have power-ups that can make us huge, tiny, or trap us in a Koopa shell. I mean, this game has it all, and it was one of the biggest steps towards innovation that 2D Mario games have ever taken. It introduced star coins, co-op play, and the graphics were just phenomenal for the time. After playing through all 5 of the new 2D Mario games, this version has the hardest levels, the best design levels, and the most creativity. The system in which they made this game was so good that they practically copied it for the next 4 games in this series.
Number 7.
If you've been subscribed to me for a while and have seen my freakout compilations of Mario Party, then you already know that my favorite Mario Party is the first one. Now sure, it only has 6 characters, but they are the most popular ones to this day. What I like about this version the best is the small things that aren't in the newer games. When you compete in a 1 vs 3 minigame, whoever loses has to give up their own coins to the person or people that won. If you lose a 4-player minigame, you lose 5 coins. When you talk to Bowser, you lose as low as 20 coins or as high as an entire star. This game is an evil bastard. You will lose tons of coins from Bowser and other players. That's why I love it. It makes the interactions you have with your buddies more entertaining. Chance Time and Boo make the party even better, as both of these elements can make or break a player that's winning or losing. On Bowser's board, if you land on a happening space, all of the spaces turn red. That is so wrong, but that's why it's so awesome. You never feel like you're guaranteed to win while playing, and that's why it's such a blast compared to the newer Mario Party games. And not to mention, this game has some of the best minigames that have ever been offered out of all the Mario Party games. I even made a whole top 10 video on the best Mario Party minigames. That's how good they are.
Number 6.
November was the month of Mario Kart for my channel. I created a whole mini-series that predicts Mario Kart 8, and last month's top 10 was about the best and worst items in Mario Kart. Out of the 8 games, my personal favorite is Mario Kart 64. You just can't beat this one in my book. All of the courses are breathtaking, the multiplayer is excellent, and the battle mode is simply spectacular. This game has some of the best courses to this day. Toad's Turnpike, Wario Stadium, DK Jungle Parkway. Do I really need to go on? In the battle mode, oh man, I've spent hours upon hours playing battle mode with friends. All the maps are a blast to play on, and if there are 3 or more players, the first to die turns into a bomb, which in turn can blow up other players. That was such a good idea. I think I've talked about Mario Kart enough these past couple of months, so let's just give it a rest and get to the next game.
Number 5.
Some people love Super Mario Sunshine, and some people hate it. I'm one of those guys that love it. Sunshine makes you think twice about vacation levels and how they would always be easy in video games. Oh, how our minds were all proved wrong. The controls in this game are perfect. Everything moves at such a fluent and fast pace. It makes it fun to speedrun for a star. Flood looks like a stupid idea, but it makes the game 100 times better than it already is. The nozzles will allow you to hover in the air, jump to great lengths, and you can even run and spray. The water effects still look good to this day. I can't believe how great they look on the GameCube. I really enjoy those special levels where you have to complete it without the Flood Pack. I'm not sure if it's the infectious music or the incredible level design that makes it so awesome. Maybe it's both. The only drawback to this game is how difficult it is. Personally, I think this is the second hardest Mario game to exist aside from Super Mario Bros. Lost Level. And for the people that aren't as good, such as myself, it can make the game less fun as you progress further and further. It's not that I don't want a challenge, because I do. Nintendo just spiked the difficulty up a little too much on this one. While I've beaten Bowser, I've never gotten all the shines. And on top of that, those blue coins are really difficult to find. I would need a walkthrough to hunt them all down.
Number 4.
The big debate about Smash Bros. Nowadays is which one is better, Melee or Brawl? While both have lots of good qualities and a few bad, I'm going to have to go with Melee. The fighting engine they used is nearly flawless. Everything moves at such a fast yet controllable rate. The graphics still look good to this day. There's a ridiculous amount of stages and characters to unlock, and there's plenty of other goodies to go through. This is the only fighting game I ever play because it's simple yet complex at the same time. And I'm not much into fighters anyway, so it's amazing I even played this one so much. Brawl has all of these things and more, but the problem is that they have more characters that are overpowered or unbalanced. Melee's characters are all equal for the most part, and there is no stupid banana peel or the tripping mechanic. My only complaint with this game is that there's no online mode, but obviously there wouldn't be considering the GameCube didn't offer that. This is another game that I really don't need to talk about anymore, considering I have more than 10 videos that predict the next Smash Bros. For the Wii U/3DS. So I'm just gonna stop here and move on.
Number 3.
I had a tough choice picking between Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Both of these games have great power-ups, catchy music, and overall fun gameplay. I decided to go with Mario Galaxy 2, simply because there's more to do in the sequel. Mario has done so much to save Princess Peach, but when it was announced he would be traveling to the other planets to do this, people shat their pants. Mario Galaxy 2 is revolutionary. No other game has mastered 3D platforming to this degree. You can turn into a boulder, ride on Yoshi, re-explore a level from Super Mario 64, and run around on a planet shaped by Mario's head. When you finish the game, you discover that not only can you play as Luigi, but stars are added to every level. Now, sure, all you're doing is exploring the level, but it's still extra content. Nintendo didn't need to add it, but they did anyway. And on top of that, when you collect all the green stars and the maximum amount of star bits, you unlock one of the hardest Mario levels in history, the perfect run. I did a frustration series on just this one star years ago. That's how hard it is. I'm going to warn you now, the next game will have several spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, skip ahead to number 1.
Number 2.
This game just came out a few weeks ago at the time this script is being written, and I heard all of these reviewers saying how incredible the game was. I figured I should play through it before making this top 10, and boy, I am so glad that I did that. Where do I even begin with Super Mario 3D World? This game takes everything from previous Mario titles that were good, adds them to this game, and then adds more cool things to it. And what do you know? We have a masterpiece. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, which all have unique abilities. There's a Mario Kart level. Bomb-Bomb Bullies are back. They finally created original bosses. The world map is very interactive. The Captain Toad houses are a neat little treat. The graphics are the best we've seen yet on the Wii U. You know, I could just go on all day. What I cherish about this title is that there is always something different to do. You never feel like you're repeating the same task over and over. The game feels fresh from the beginning to the end. Now, let's talk about the final Bowser. The last few games have had mediocre Bowser battles in my opinion, but this one is literally the weirdest and most badass Bowser fight of all time. Bowser turns into a cat. You then race him to the top of the tower, trying to dodge his attacks, and all of a sudden, you see 2 cat Bowsers. Then you see 3 and 4. When you get to the top of the tower, there are 5 cat Bowsers that are thriving to pounce on you, and the only way out is to mash the POW block until it disappears and you end up destroying all the Bowsers from the explosion. Holy shit! Nintendo, why are you giving us all of this innovation and creativity at once? This boss made me almost geek to death because it was so cool. And you know, this really shouldn't have been so cool. I mean, Bowser is dressed as a freaking cat for crying out loud. But yet, it's the most badass Bowser fight I've ever been in. Alright, there's my 2 cents for this fight. Now, the only problem with this game is that it's a little on the easy side, but that's the only fault that I've really seen. And now, let's get to my all-time favorite Mario game. Let's go!
And now, the number 1 Mario game is...
It's me, Mario!
I know what a lot of you are thinking. No Super Mario Bros. 3? No Super Mario World? Yep, that's right. I grew up playing Super Mario 64, and there's just no way any other game could replace it. Super Mario 64 is too memorable for me to put anywhere else on this list but number 1. Now sure, the camera is awful at times, the control isn't the best, and the 100 coin stars can be annoying and tedious, but everything else about this game is perfect. You can fly via an owl, the Bowser fights are amazing, you jump through freaking paintings, all the worlds are just big enough to not be monotonous to play, you jump through a wall to get to a world, you can ride a Koopa shell on lava, you can ride on magic carpets, and on top of all that, this game changed the way we play games for forever. Mario 64 is the most popular game to speedrun through, with Cyglemic being the king right now with a world record of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 1 second. Me and Aaron, you know, the guy from the compilation videos.
Oh my
have done speedruns of this game several times. Our personal record, with about an hour of goofing off, was around 5 hours or so. Hundreds upon hundreds of games today still take ideas from this gem, and that's why Super Mario 64 is my favorite Mario game. So, tell me people, what is your favorite Mario game and why? Did you like my list or did you hate it? Let me know in the comments. I'll respond to as many of you as I can. Happy holidays everybody, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.